And hello, everyone. It is Tom. It's FANzine Live, and we are going to be doing today a classic zine, which I guess kind of, sort of could have been a Phoenix Spotlight, but this is a much older one. 1987, the Mass Press and Mass Digest. And the reason I bring this one up today is that I just did a piece on the Mid-South Cartoonist Association and Lynn Workman's most recent release. And I thought, you know what? Let's keep the collaborative process going. And of course, I also had mentioned the Columbus Cartoonist as well. So, back in looks like 1987, with a lot of help from Matt Canarakis, I published the Mass Digest. And what we did was we got together all the Massachusetts publishers we could find, and you could see Moot Comics, Screaming Press, Sorcery Comics, Sunspot Comics, Synapse Comics, Those Comics, Walking Man Comics, Baba the Meat Comics. And we thought, let's do something to promote our Bay State in Massachusetts, where I was living at the time, and to see how we could raise the tide for all ships and have some fun along the way. And so here's what we did. We started with Mass Digest, ended up doing some other stuff, but we'll stick with Mass Digest. A little bit of a coordinator thing, news, talking about all the different comic publishers, some spot illustrations. We did some advertisements. I did some reviews, and of course, remember, this is me back in 87, would have been 16 years old. Note, this section of Mass Digest #1 reflects my, Tom Felrath's, personal opinion. This really means that my ego is running wild at the expense of these poor, helpless books. Proceed with caution and tear these pages out if necessary. So, yeah, had some fun with that. And you can see that that's how we did all the different reviews. You will notice the production quality is not fantastic. The photocopying gets really weak toward the edges. I also didn't use margins to speak of. It was not the best looking book, but it was my book, or at least from a publishing point of view. And then we were able to get things rolling. So for a first issue, not bad. Walking Man Comics, Matt Levin did put in an ad. This was the logo of the Mass Press. We would put these on our books. Said, Mass Press member. Matt Canarakis did this version of Asinine Head. We did a spotlight on Brian Kirk and Moot Comics in the first issue. So Matt was happy to get a chance to do that. Sunspot Comics. And then we did a spotlight on Brian Kirk, and it was a nice interview talking about his stuff. And this actually was a pretty reasonably strong interview. I do note Brian Kirk spoofs late night's God and Minstrel, Letterman and Paul Schaefer. I love it. So yeah, big interview with Brian Kirk. Some ads, some reviews, some news. And then we even did a piece on the Mass Press Collier Award winners for 86. I don't even remember who issued the Collier Awards, but in 1986 we did have some winners. Brian Kirk got from Moot Comics, who we have already looked at in the past. He got a first place there. Got a first place for favorite all-around comic for Walking Man Comics. Matt Levin. Who else? There was a first place, yeah. Best superhero story, Helgramites 1 to 4. Pretty cool. So yeah, that was kind of neat. Brian threw in, because this was the first adventure of Asinine Head, the first time that he'd ever been in a digest book. So we did his Adventures in Digest Land, Baba to Meet comics, and the advertisers. So that's it. Short and sweet. A lot of fun. But the beginning of some fun stuff in Massachusetts. So early 1987, it says April, came out with the Mass Digest, issue number 1. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you next time.
It's a 16 buff in the dark.